Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? It's your boy Alexander Pade with Darrell Black, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
My man,
yes, sir.
thanks for coming through.
Appreciate you, man.
How have you been?
I've been great, bro. I've been blessed. I've been blessed, so can't be mad at everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Life is good, even though all this, craziness in the world. I'm finding a way to be sane and, count my blessings. But hopefully you're doing the same.
Absolutely, man. I'm trying.
There we go.
So you are a community organizer. You're a collaborator. You're the president of Minorities for Medical Marijuana.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now you're here to celebrate GIFT and everything that's been going on there. So tell me, first of all, what's the significance of GIFT for you in terms of Boston, cannabis, minority, cannabis life, the community?
GIFT is everything. Honestly, it's everything that we're trying to strive for. I've met Leah a while ago, and she's been on the same thing that I've been on. You know what I mean? We've been talking, especially with her and her counterpart, with all her businesses and everything like that. I just want to make sure that we understand the magnitude of what she's doing. You know what I mean? Having this type of funding and having this type of education and leadership, giving that to the community that's what we need. That's what we're striving to do every day. That's what I'm striving to do every day. Make sure that these young kids know that cannabis could be something that can change your life. You know what I mean? It changed mine. So I just want to make sure that I reiterate that to the youth. You know what I mean? I know we can't really speak to the youth, but it's hard not to teach them that we can be more than just entertainment. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things that GIFT is definitely going to contribute to. That is, leadership. Getting those people and getting these young people and these people that don't know, like the 21-year-olds that don't know what they want to do. It gives them an opportunity to give them options. You know what I mean? So that's what's most important to me, and I'm very proud to be a part of this whole thing.
I'm curious. You mentioned that cannabis changed your life.
Yes, sir.
How is that?
I didn't know what I wanted to do before cannabis, man. 2018, I was stuck between just not knowing what's going on, where I should be in my life, and all this other stuff. I was doing music with my little brother, and that was that was on a downhill spiral. So I was just trying to figure out some of the things, and shout out to my girlfriend, soon to be mother of my child. She put the battery in my back to do a lot of these conventions, meet people, do stuff in the cannabis industry, and she paid for a lot of my conventions and stuff like that. Conventions ain't cheap, man. So she believed in me before I believed in myself. So thank you, Dioria, of course, all the time. But I found a spark with meeting my founder of Minorities for Medical Marijuana when I went to my first convention, and Roz McCarthy, she seen something in me about the community and what I wanted to do. One of my first questions to her was, how do we get this information into the hood? Because we're here and we're at a convention, we're in the Heinz convention, we're in the city of Boston, where there's a lot of tourist attraction, but how do we translate this to the hood? And that's when me and her got to, speaking about things, and ever since then it's been up, man. Just meeting new people, going out to different states, and just getting some information what they're doing, trying to implement that over here, and it's been great. It's been great. Thank you to everybody, for real.
Yo, I can see the transition, and I can see that also the connection to community in that story, and how you're trying to bring the knowledge back to the roots of the city.
Definitely.
Looking at the cannabis community and beyond that, the minority community in general. I'm sure you have some experience across music as well.
Definitely.
Where is it at, and where do you hope that it's going?
Right now, the cannabis industry is it's really one way right now, but we're trying to, in Massachusetts, we're trying to shift it. A lot of more business owners, a lot of more dispensary owners, a lot of more cultivation owners and stuff like that. That's what we're trying to build. We're trying to make sure that we have equity in our Black community, because that's what's important. You know what I mean? have the black dollar circulating so that we can funnel our community. They're funding theirs, everybody's funding their own communities. Now it's time for us to care about ours a little bit more. And with cannabis, there's a great opportunity where we can get that equity and we can get a lot of the dispensaries that's opening in these towns, we can get their funding to certain things that's going on, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of big MSOs coming, a lot, you know, within the next couple of years when this thing is federal, it's gonna be tough to really like have a dispensary out here. But, you know, if you active, if you're on the right side, we can get this thing going. America's tough, bro. Like this is tough. So, you know, a lot of things ain't built for, you know, us. So we got to figure out, we got to, you know, get in where we fit in and teach our young how we doing everything and keep that thing circulating. You know what I mean? Take the little traits from the 1920s and the 1930s of what we was doing back then,
right,
and implementing that community with our community now. Now that will be important. You know what I mean? But it takes time. It takes time. I was listening to somebody, you know, a lot of black people, a lot of minorities, because of the system, we don't know how to love properly. So now we're starting to learn how to love, and, you know, starting to learn how to love each other and starting to be one with each other. And it's going to take time, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
You think cannabis has a part to play in that?
Of course, 100%. You know what I mean? Cannabis is a healer. It's medicine. You know what I mean? It's an aid. I'm a medical patient, so it's very important to me. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that I do now, you know, run off of cannabis. You know, I'm not one of those people that do coffee, you know, energy drinks, water, weed, and I'm good, man. Like I feel like, you know, if you don't abuse it, if you use it in the right instances and you use it the right way, it can really be one of those fuse to get you to the next level. And I feel like for me, it's gotten me to the next level in my life because of the way that I've utilized it, the way that I've learned about it, the way I've respect the plant, because that's the number one thing, respecting the plant, making sure that you know your history on it and make sure you know the prohibition of it. All that is very important. And once you respect it and you see where it can aid you and it can, and you find the medicinal side of this plant, that's when you start to really, really appreciate it.
So the need for equity and inclusion, you know, in the cannabis community starts decades, centuries ago.
Yes, sir.
Can you speak a little bit to that?
It's our plant, man. You know, it's our plant. This is something that we use to PTSD. Like, this is the stuff that all the things that's going around in our neighborhood. You know, this is that one having a joint after a long day. You know, those are the things that get you through, get you to the next day, and bringing all these other MSOs and these people, you know, politically correct, these Caucasian white people, and bringing them to, they're gonna make $1 billion off this industry, and we have people that's locked up. I got family members that's still locked up for carrying for carrying cannabis. You know what I mean? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get expungements off of these people. You know, trying to get these people out of here, man, because it's not right. And the way that I feel, the way that we really, you know, give their just due to what we did to what the system did to them, they need to have equity stake in a lot of these companies. A lot of these companies need to give equity stake to, or give one point off of what's going on in their business to a lot of these people that suffered. You know what I mean? Yeah. Giving it to the community is not enough. We need to give it to the people that have been locked up for 10 plus years because of cannabis. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why I'm here. I'm just trying to make sure that we have equity inside of our community, make sure that we keep that dollar circulating around our community, make sure that, you know, these people that are coming from different states understand that what you have to do for our community first. You know what I mean? You're coming in here, you're doing all these things, you're making a lot of money. Yeah. You need to really contribute that to our community. Involved. You really need to contribute that to getting black people and the minority people at a higher level, at executive level positions, and give them equity. You know, that's what we're trying to, that's the thing what we're trying to do. Because it is hard, you know, doing your own business. You know, everybody's not an entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't know how to run their own business. But they can run your business better than you can because of the knowledge that they have. So with that, you gotta reverse. You know, you gotta give back the right way. You have to give them equity. You know what I mean? And you have to make sure that they're getting as much as, not as much, but as getting something from this company just like you are. And that's what the cannabis industry should be. Them getting their money, cool, get your money, because you know how to do it, everything you want to do, all that. The system is for you, cool, but you have to be able to give us that money, give us something back. You know what I mean? Got us locked up for it. Got us, you know, struggling, messed up our families. You know what I mean? Taking the men out the household, having single mothers. These are the things that they've done, and cannabis can be the way that you know, they say reparations, but this could be it, man. I really feel like this could be it. It's $1 billion industry. You got to feed the people that you really hurt the most.
What do you think is, how would I put this, the key to speaking to a Black audience as a cannabis brand? Especially some of these, you know, brands that are coming in, you know, Federal's coming in, you know, we're starting to see some of the opportunities to be inclusive slipping away. You know, from the standpoint of communicating, of marketing, you know, how can we make our community feel included in the way that we communicate with them as brands?
Utilizing ancillary businesses and utilizing these people, because a lot of people can, I know a lot of Black people that have dope businesses surrounding cannabis, trades, embroidery, you know, just different things. If you're in real estate, you can switch over and do cannabis real estate. There's certain things that and that's one of the things about 2 years ago, before the pandemic, I had a community event speaking about ancillary businesses and being able to utilize what you're doing now and just putting cannabis on it. You know what I mean? HVAC people, you know, contractors, all this stuff. These are things that this industry is going to need. And what I asked from, and this is one of the biggest things that I do, is getting these big brands to actually use our businesses. You know, if we need marketing, I know a Black marketing team. Yeah. We can use them. You know what I mean? If we need HVAC, I know a Black company that we can use. Let's use them. That's how we generate that type of wealth in our community, because like I said, you know, everybody's not a business owner. Getting a dispensary up and running, getting a social consumption lounge running, getting a medical facility up and running, this is a lot, man. It's a lot. I've seen a lot of Black people and a lot of minorities give their all to this, and still to this day do not have a business of their own. So like, it takes a lot. So if you're gonna do that, you gotta really, really have different types of plans and make sure that these ancillary businesses that you're doing, you know what I mean, making these trades, doing, you know, I was talking to an artist. I'm like, do a jingle. You know, I was talking to a author, create a pamphlet. These are things that you can do. There's always things that you do that you do. Like, everybody does something very, very good and exceptional. Just utilize that in the cannabis industry. So that's how if I have more of those businesses, now who I am right now today, you know, I can go to these brands and be like, yo, I got all these Black businesses. This is what I did for Black History Month. I utilized a lot of the Black businesses and created and collaborated them with the brands with the bigger brands. So there's always opportunity. You know, ancillary businesses is definitely a good way, and just creating a different route in your own business. I champion that, because that's big to me.
Absolutely, man. Well, bringing it back, you know, with Gift and everything that's going on, you know, just with this launch event today, you know, where do you see things going? What are you excited about?
I'm excited that we're going to have the opportunity to really teach people what's going on in cannabis, and to really teach people what this really means for us. Like, this is big, you know what I mean? This is life-changing. It's generational wealth at our fingertips, you know what I mean? There's a lot of There's a lot of states that are incorporating social equity, equity and stuff like that. You know, making sure that equity is a big stake in the minority community. So we just have to keep their foot on their necks and make sure that they do that. You know what I mean? Every state that comes up with the cannabis plan, we got to make sure equity is something that is for the black people and for the minority people. We can't just talk about it and just let these corporations come in and just do what they want to do, and there's no black people at a higher level where there's no equity stake going to these these nonprofit organizations and these black organizations or these minority organizations. So there's just certain things that we got to make sure that we doing with GIFT. We're gonna have a one-way ticket to that. You know what I mean? Like, they're gonna be able to, collaborate different people, and get different brands and different companies around our community and understand what's going on and understand that, with this program, we could change a lot of lives, a lot of young lives. So I'm excited. I'm excited about just knowing that in the next 10 years we could change the lives of many. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I said, it's not gonna be over a day. It's gonna be over a length of time, but this is one step closer. You know what I mean? We're one step in the right direction. So, like I said, thank you to Leah, thank you to our whole team, thank you Jay, thank you everybody for all of this, and we're gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna do great things. We're gonna do great things for our community, man. Definitely. My man.
Darrell, thank you for coming by.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
All right, guys, this is Alexander Pade with Darrell Black. Appreciate you for coming.
Yes, sir.
And we're excited to see where all of this goes. Thanks to Leah, thanks to Jay, Alchemy, everybody,
the whole team.
The whole team.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Till next time.